Hello, my name is Ayo Dewia, and I specialize in interviewing professional athletes. From All-Pro wide receiver Tyreek Hill to U.S. women's national team star Zoe Matthews. We discuss a lot of prime ball on this channel. On this episode, I interviewed Nina Mathelus, a soccer standout that plays for the Philippines women's national team. 17 years old and is already a gold medalist. She also just committed to play for the University of Cal this fall. My job is always to showcase what it takes to be great, and to showcase their greatness through their story. And we got exactly that with this interview with Nina Mathelus. So, here with Nina Mathelus, right?
Yes, yeah.
Nice to meet you. And you just came back from Hawaii, right?
Yeah, I did. I was in Hawaii on vacation, just visiting some family because my mom grew up there, and so just getting to see some family before I got to school.
That's good, that's good. I remember I posted a video, so for people that don't know, Zoe Matthews, who's like a really good women's football player.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, I remember like you reached out saying that, like you wanted like have an interview and stuff like that. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't give interviews to everyone, so I was like, let me just see the highlights. And I saw some nice dribbles, and I was like, oh wow, she's actually looking like Marta out there. I was like, oh, okay. So that's really cool. So my first question is like, how did you get into soccer?
Honestly, I started soccer when I was in like kindergarten. We like moved to the suburbs, and my parents put me in a whole bunch of different like sports. I did like basketball, soccer, dance, all those kinds of things. And I think soccer, I just stuck with soccer because it was fun. I was able to play with my friends, and I was pretty good at it, like just at the young age. So that's how I stuck with it. And then ever since, I've kind of just grown and like loved the game. I started playing club when I was in like first, second grade, and it was really cool because like it was just seeing myself, like seeing now to where I was when I was younger, and like how much I've grown is crazy, and just like how much I've grown into the sport and to like love the sport. It's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And like, how would you describe your game?
I think my best attributes are probably like my speed and my skills. I would say I'm a pretty quick, fast player, and so I think that I use those to my like best abilities, and just getting to like I don't know. I've played like a few different positions growing up. I now play striker, and I played winger a lot growing up, and sometimes like attacking mid, and so. Getting to play all those positions, I kind of learned, what's needed from those other positions, and like where like a striker needs to be as a winger. And so now like me as a striker now, like I know where I need the ball and how to get into those positions. So yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, I was kind of the same way, like in terms of different positions. Cause I started as a striker, then I got a little tall, like 11th grade, so they moved me to center back. But then you kind of know like what the striker is thinking,
Yeah.
what the center back, and in your case what the wingers are thinking, that kind of thing. So that's really cool. So you said that you started like playing club in first or second grade, right?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I played for a club. It was just like a town club team. It was like very little, and I played for like a year or two there, and then I started to really look at some like other clubs that were like more serious into soccer, and that's when I started with FC Boston, which is now Scorpions, and I played there for I think like 6, maybe 7, 8 years. And then I was just recently with Select. I've played there for 2 years, and I really loved it there. I love the environment, the coaches, the team, and everything. Like they have such a close like bond with everyone. Like everyone knows each other, everyone's rooting and supporting for each other, and I just loved that. And the way that they develop their players, like Ali Sentnor, Lily Sophie Real, and getting to see those players come from South Shore, Boston, and like from that club and around me, and now who are playing pro college level, and so kind of wanting to follow them in their footsteps, and yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, following their footsteps. I like that.
Yeah.
So like, how would you describe like your club career in terms of like, I guess like for you?
I think that it's a lot different than like most players. I think starting from a young age, I was always playing up a year. When I was first starting soccer and I was trying out for a pre-ECNL team, I was just like a guest player at first, and I went for like a tournament or two and played a few games. And then when I really thought about playing ECNL, because that's where the highest level players want to play in club soccer for girls. So I was just like that's where I want to be. I want to compete at that level. And when I first tried out for the ECNL team, I got cut, and so I wanted to like show my coaches and all that I could play at that level and I deserved to be on those teams and stuff like that. So that year I was playing with like 4 different teams on my
Yo,
club. Yeah,
on one in 1 year?
yeah, it was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I was like guest helping everywhere with like girls my age. And then like even, I think I was like maybe 11 years old and I was playing with like the 2005 team as a 2008, trying to help out and trying to show like, hey, like, look, I'm here. I'm able to play at all these different age levels at these different it was really intense and it was hard, but it worked because then the next year I made the ECNL team, and I didn't just make the 2008 ECNL team, I made the 2007. And since then, I've been playing with the 2007 team for Scorpions. And then recently, 2 years ago, when I moved to South Shore Select, I play back with my age group just because reasons. Like the recruiting process was starting up for 2008, and like the sophomore, like my sophomore year, that was really important because that's when, coaches really start looking at players, because when June 15 comes, and that's when they're like, hey, we want to recruit you. So playing with my age group was really beneficial. And then just connecting back with some of my peers and stuff.
That's really cool. Like, you really got that dog in you. I like that. Because, like, like, you got cut. You're like, nah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to play with 4 teams, and I'm going to keep working my way and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of heart in that to do that. So that's really cool. And that's why you're where you're at right now. So
Yeah.
that's really cool. So you're doing all that club soccer, right? So, like, did you play any school soccer growing up?
Yeah, I played high school and I played a little bit of middle school soccer like everyone usually does. I kind of had to because it was like requirement. But then 8th grade year, I was at their academy, and they do like, you're able to play varsity if you are able to try out and are you good enough. And in the past years, there's only been like one other player that was able to play varsity as an 8th grader, and that was Ali Sentnor. And so it kind of like really set in standards high because, she's one of the best now in NWSL. So I tried out when I was in 8th grade, and I made the varsity team and was like leading in goals. And I played for Thayer in the varsity team from 8th grade to 10th grade, and then 11th grade I transferred and did online school, so that's where kind of my high school career ended. But yeah, it was a lot.
That's really cool. So, yeah, online school. That's also cool, too. Like, it shows your dedication.
Yeah, it's totally different. It's because you're really having to practice your discipline, getting your work done, and kind of like staying on track when nobody's around you, no one's watching. So very different, but really beneficial for my situation. Doing so much traveling for soccer, it was really hard to like miss class and miss school, and then having to catch up and stay on top of my grades and everything. But in the end, it worked out, and I really like online school actually. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then you told me that, like, you're about to go leave to school, like, next week
Yeah.
to University of Cal, right?
Yeah, I am.
So how did that process come to fruition? To fruition.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting because my recruitment process was totally different from like most people's. Because halfway through my sophomore year, I decided that I wanted to reclass and graduate a year early, which you don't usually hear people doing because it's just really hard process. Like most people will graduate like a semester early, but for me, I wanted to graduate a year early because like I'm used to playing a year up. So like I'm used to like kind of being one of the younger ones and having to like do more and do extra, but also I just felt like for my development that would be the best situation, because I'm a 2008 like trap player, so if I had stayed like regular high school journey, I would end up playing with like the 2008 2009 team, which I wanted to always like keep taking a step forward. So like having to play with 2009s might be like a step backwards in my path. So that was kind of like one of the biggest factors into graduating a year early. And so with that, we kind of were trying to work with our like recruitment agency who was helping with talking to other schools to like help me get recruited by them, and just trying to put the word out there that I'm deciding to graduate early. And so with that, we had some schools reach out, which was really cool because like you hear June 15th is like a really big day for most players, and like with their recruitment process, like getting all the calls at like all times of the day by like different coaches and stuff like that. So for me, it was different since it wasn't like a specific day that I was able to speak with coaches. It was kind of just once I really decided that, and then I had talked to like a few schools, went on some visits, and ultimately I chose Cal because I just felt like that was the best for me. I loved the coaches, I loved the team, the environment, and all that stuff, and I just felt like it felt like home and a place that I could, live and grow for the next 4 years. Yeah.
That's really cool. And then, like, did you have any other schools that you were thinking about, or like you were just like Cal all the way?
Yeah, so I went on 3 visits total. I went to Tennessee first. I went to UCLA and then Berkeley, which was they're all totally different, like the environment, like the style of soccer, the school aspect. I felt like going to UC Berkeley is just like their #1 public university. And then also just like soccer wise, they've produced some really great players like Alex Morgan, Carla Lima, who's now playing in MEDALLL. So I was just feeling like I know that I could grow and be into some of the like I don't know how to describe it, just like be like some of those players that are now being really successful now.
Yeah, that's very true. And then like the way you reach greatness is when you surround yourself with greatness, like
Absolutely.
you have no option just to be great like them,
Yeah.
So, and Alex Morgan, like, I could see you being Alex Morgan, especially if you're seeing that every day. Yeah. So that's really cool. And then how old were you when you made your decision?
I was 16 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's really different going through these things like as a young player, just because, I I'm most people go to school at 18 years old, and me going in at 17 years old, it's kind of different. Learning to like adjust and adapt, and then kind of just learn. But since I've been playing with girls like older than me, I've been able to learn from them and like how their recruitment process is going, and like learn what was good and what wasn't good, and so like kind of getting to use that to my advantage, like having seen everyone around me going through all those things really helped me into like figure out what I needed to do to be successful.
So you were talking to me earlier about like all the places you're from. I
Yeah.
thought you were only from like one place, but you're
No.
from a different places. So can you explain me like where you're from?
Yeah, so I live in Boston now, but my dad is from Haiti and my mom is from the Philippines. My dad who moved here when he was really young from Haiti, and then my mom was born in Hawaii, but my grandparents, they moved from the Philippines along with all their other siblings to Hawaii, and all my family is over there in Hawaii, and some in the Philippines and some in California. Our family is like very like spread out and diverse, but it's really cool like getting to have two different backgrounds, and getting to like learn from all those different things, and being able to play with the national team with the Philippines. I've learned so much of like the culture and just about like my history and like my heritage.
And that was my next point. So you technically could have played for Hawaii, the Philippines, or Haiti, right?
Yeah, like I when I was looking at maybe playing for national teams, I had the opportunity to play with Haiti. I got called up for some like U.S. Like ID camps and stuff like that, and then the Philippines. They like invited me to like a tryout that they were holding in the U.S. to look for some like U.S. born players, and they were like really excited for me to be there, and they were like, "We want you on the team, but you need to get your passport first." So I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, we were scrambling to try to get my passport, but it all worked out because I'm here now on the team. So yeah.
Why do you choose the Philippines?
Well, I think that the Philippines has been a growing country and team over the years. I feel like the U.S. is like U.S. has always been a very dominant team, and it can be really hard to get on that team because everyone is just so like amazing and talented. I obviously would have wanted to play for the U.S., but I just felt like with the Philippines, I was moving a lot more, and they were really enthusiastic about me being there and playing for the country and stuff like that. And so also just getting to like represent my country. Haiti, I wanted to represent Haiti. It just timing didn't really work out. But yeah, it's really cool playing for the Philippines now and learning about my Filipino background and everything and getting to be around that. It's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. And you get to like represent your country and you get to learn about the country.
Yeah.
And most importantly, you get to like show an aspect or like people from the Philippines that like, they might not see, that they might have never seen, or like just inspire them to be great. So
Yeah.
that's really cool. So I see that you have a gold medal around your neck, right?
Yeah.
So where is that from?
This was from SEA Games in Thailand. The tournament was in December of 2025, where Philippines won their first gold medal for women's soccer, which was historical and so amazing to be a part of. Unfortunately, in that tournament, that's where I got hurt. I tore my ACL, but just to be a part of that journey, be a part of like the practicing squad, getting to play those few minutes in the game is just really so exciting and just I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have done that and be a part of the history because now, like, when people look to that first gold medal, like, my name was on that roster, and I can always forever remember that as like a crazy like experience and just like a really cool memory.
Yeah, and you can't teach exposure and experience, and the fact that you already have that at 17, like
Yeah.
before you even played college, like it doesn't even matter how, even if you didn't even win a gold medal, even if you were there, it's already gonna do so much for you. So
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, and just like getting to learn from some of my peers on the team. I'm one of the youngest on the team, so I'm trying to like keep up and just like bring energy and like make a difference on the team. And so getting to look up to players and play like alongside them is so cool to like just be in the room with them. Like players like Haley Long, who's our captain, just has so much experience and has brought so much for the nation. Is really cool, and like getting to talk to her about like have asking her questions or just getting advice or just having someone to talk to. It's really cool.
So how would you describe like your day-to-day life? So like training, all that, like how is it like for like what's like a typical Nina day?
Typical Nina day with online school, it's been a little bit different than like most people's. I would during off season when I wasn't like playing as much and I'm getting ready for national tournaments and stuff. I would wake up, I'd bring my sister to school, and then go to training, train in the morning,
And what time is this?
probably like 7, 8 a.m. I train for like an hour and a half sometimes, and then come back home, do some school for the rest of the day. Go back to pick up my sister, do some like technical training on my own, or do some like running, and yeah, just trying to like get in as much as I can, while also like keeping up with school and everything. And then with my injury, it's been a little different. Like having to go to PT, I would go to PT, I think like 7 times a week,
Wow.
5 days out of the week. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'd do like double sessions. So like 7 a.m. and then 5 p.m. And then, getting my schoolwork done. Just like, because I'm not wanting to let this be like a setback. I want to like learn from it, keep moving, and get stronger from it. So, doing as much as I can so I can get back to playing that's my goal.
How's the mental been like during your ACL recovery?
It's been definitely really hard because, having soccer being taken away from me, when that's like one of the things I love the most,
Yeah.
has been really hard. But it took a while to like accept my injury and accept where I am now. But also like getting like realizing like this is a privilege. and that, you know, getting to wake up every day and play soccer is just, it's something that, like, I don't know, it's something I love so much that, like, I won't take it for granted and everything. And, you know, just taking it one day at a time, you know, because it's a very long process. ACL tear is usually like 9 to 12 month recovery. And now with like the new like studies and everything, like some people coming back really early, just wanting to make sure I am fully recovering and healing before getting back and not rushing it, because, you know, re-tear after coming back is very high. And so, you know, just wanting to stay healthy, take it a day at a time, and just not rush through the process.
Is there anything like you tell yourself like during the day to day? Because like I've never had like a major injury like that, but like I wonder what it is like for you, like, you know, when it's like, you know, one of your main identities is like playing a sport and then you can't play it.
Yeah.
So it's like that day to day, like, what do you usually tell yourself?
The one thing I do tell myself every day, especially through PT when things get hard, is just I can do hard things, because, you know, like, I've pushed my body so much and I've done so many things, and to know that I am able to overcome those hard things and push through them and still do great, like telling my brain that, yes, this is hard, yes, maybe you don't want to do it, yes, it's like you'd rather be doing something else, but I can do hard things and I can keep going and overcome all those.
I like that. I'm stealing that. I can do hard things. I
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah, especially when I'm running too, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm like out of breath, or it's like just getting really hard. I'm like, I can do hard things. I can do it.
I could do hard things.
Yeah.
I like that. That's fire. So you're 17 right now, right?
Yes.
When you turn 18?
I turn 18 in September.
September. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Making me feel old. So in 5 years, where do you see yourself?
5 years, I see myself playing professional. I'm not really sure where. I feel like soccer here in the U.S. is growing so much, and so like it's getting to where, like, it's getting closer and closer every day to like where soccer is in like Europe and overseas and stuff like that. But I definitely see myself playing professional, and, you know, just like enjoying life and not feeling like everything is, you know, really hard and that it's really stressful, just kind of like trying to like enjoy everything. So yeah.
I like that. Yeah, and I think you're on the track. So, oh, and also, what are you going to school for?
I'm studying media studies.
Media studies. Okay.
Yeah.
Why media studies?
Just cause like I'm thinking about maybe doing something with soccer like after, and like maybe doing something with like broadcasting or like sports commentary, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
So you're already doing media stuff right now. So yeah, you
Yeah.
already have some experience. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all the questions I had. Hope have a good season in Cal.
Thank you.
I already know that you're going to be playing in the World Cup one day, so
Yeah.
should be a lot of fun. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And can I see the medal real quick?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to touch greatness real quick.
Yeah. It's heavy
Yo,
too.
this is
It's so
crazy.
cool.
Oh my goodness. I might have to take a picture with this.
Oh, I literally cried when I saw it for the first time.
Really?
It was so crazy.
By the way, do you know Nina's cousin played against the GOAT?
Against Marta?
Messi.
Against Messi? What?
Yeah. So,
That's crazy. But you said that he was playing against the GOAT, like, but Messi's not the GOAT though.
what do you think is the GOAT?
Ronaldo.
Me too. Me too.
I like that.
I always looked up to him. That's why I wear number 7, is because of him. Like, he is my GOAT. But, you know, he's getting older. He's getting older, and so is Messi. I don't know. Messi. No. I can admit Messi's one of the greatest, but I think Ronaldo is my GOAT.
Thank you.
He's my GOAT.
Yeah. That's what you got to tell the people, man. Like, CR7.
Yeah. Yeah.